Hello. Okay, next tutorial. Today I'm meant to be dressed up as the evil Cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's. I've wanted to do this makeup for a really long time. Oh my god, it's so pink. It's a relatively simple makeup. It's quite rustic, but it's like an out of the kit makeup where you don't really need too many products to do it. So if you'd like to learn how to turn yourself into an evil cupcake, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so the first step for this makeup is going to be to pop on a plain latex bald cap, which is quite important for this makeup because nobody wants a hairy cupcake. Ew. I am also, of course, going to be blocking out both of my eyebrows. I will be applying liquid latex in that area, so make sure when you do block them out that you apply that layer of spirit gum, then the synthetic wax, then an extra layer of spirit gum just to keep them safe. And as always, just to save a little bit of time up in this video, I will pop two links on the screen up there that will take you to the two videos that I did in the past where I teach you how to do both those things, just so I don't have to show you how to pop on a ball cap and block out your eyebrows in this video. Just makes things go a little bit quicker, doesn't it? And yeah, so I'm going to go block out my eyebrows, pop on my ball cap, and we shall go from there. And there we go. So once I applied my ball cap, I went around the edge of it with about 2 to 3 layers of liquid latex just to really blend off that seam. And I also hid my ears with the ball cap as well. So next I can work on really angrying up my brow. So to do that, I'm going to take a sponge and some more liquid latex, just like I used on my ball cap. And I'm going to apply that just in my brow area for about 3 coats. So when that's nice and dry, we can start building up the area with tissue. So I'm just using regular toilet tissue that I've separated into its thinner halves and working with strips no bigger than that really. We're going to saturate the area in more liquid latex and then push the tissue down. The overall shape that we're going for is a V shape because we want there to be a really heavy brow there. We want this to be a very angry cupcake. 2 words you never really hear together. So I'm going to start in the middle, just pop down some latex. Then I can just grab my tissue and pop that down, stick it into the latex, get some more latex on my sponge and then saturate the tissue. I'm then going to repeat that process going over the entire brow about 3 times, letting it dry in between each layer. So then, once you've finished building up the 3 layers, we can start working on the middle of the brow. So we want this area to be particularly prominent, so we're going to do quite a few layers of tissue in this area. My usual method is to apply latex just in the brow furrow area and then add the tissue, let it go tacky for about 2 minutes, and then we can take our thumbs and push them downwards, creating this really nice artificial furrow. And we can repeat that process about 3 to 4, maybe even 5 times, depending just how prominent you want that brow to look. Just make sure that after each time you've pushed down, you need to let that latex completely dry before you apply the next layer. So there we go. Once it's nice and dry, it should look something like this. So then we can start working on this fabulous drip that the cupcake has. And by drip, I mean this fabulous frosting that kind of drips down across and around the face. I just really want there to be a nice layer to stand out so it really separates the top half from the bottom half. So to do that effect, I'm going to take a makeup pencil. It doesn't really matter too much which one you use as long as it leaves a mark. I'm using a Krollen face liner. And I'm just going to trace on the shape that I want. So I'm going to go over the nose and around and then up the head. The idea then is that we can build it up with more liquid latex and tissue, exactly the same that we did for the brow, following that shape. So I'm just going to lightly trace on the shape that I want for the drip, and we can see where we're going to go with the latex. Okie dokie, so this is the shape that I've gone for, so no more than a couple peaks are really needed, as long as it goes around your nose following your natural nose shape. So then, as I mentioned before, we're going to take some more liquid latex and apply that to this side of the line. We're going to do that for about 3 coats, making sure it dries in between each layer. So next, it's just a matter of repeating the process that we did for the brow on this line. So we take some more liquid latex, apply it to the area, take a small amount of tissue, this time we're working in really thin strips, pop that down and then apply some latex over the top of that. Now you can do as many coats as you want for this, we just really want this line to be prominent. I'm probably going to do about 6, maybe 7 coats, just so it really stands out. Okie dokie, so when you're done, it'll look something like this. It kind of looks like a really angry jellyfish. Then next, I can take the same makeup pencil that I used before and I can start tracing on a rough shape for the mouth. I can then take a new sponge, dip that in some more liquid latex and apply that to the bottom half of my face. I'm only going to need about 1, maybe 2 coats at this point. It's just so I can build up a base that I can stick some fake teeth to. So then, onto the step that I've really been looking forward to, and that is to apply some fake teeth. So I made my fake teeth out of thermoplastic gels. They're just little beads that you put in boiling water and then reshape them, and I made lots of sharp teethies. Yay! I actually made quite a few in various different sizes because I wasn't sure just how many I'm going to use. My original plan is just to line them along the top and bottom, but depending on how it looks, I might add a lot more and get a bit creative with it. You could also use fake nails as well, like if you cut them into a point, you could stick those down as well. And to stick them down, I'm going to be using a small amount of spirit gum just to the base of each tooth, and I'll stick that onto the latex and let it dry. That's why I applied the latex first. It makes a really nice base for any adhesive to adhere to. So I'm just going to go really slowly and start lining these teeth up. So there we go. So I ended up sticking with just 1 row of teeth on the top and bottom because I think otherwise if I started sticking little ones in between it might look a little bit overcrowded. Then next I can start colouring in the foundation. So I'm going to start with the top half first, otherwise known as the frosting. And the colour that I'm going to be using for that is by Superstar. It's one of their face paints in Bubblegum. It's a really nice gorgeous bright pink that I think will go really well for this. And I'm going to apply that with a really lovely large fluffy kabuki brush. So just make sure to go all over the top of the face and go around these really lovely curves that we've made. I can then take another face paint by Superstar. This one is in cream, and I'm just going to apply that to the bottom half of my face, excluding the middle of the mouth area. Next, I can take a black Superstar face paint and colour the underside of this curve, and then blend the colour downwards. Okay, so don't worry about it being too neat for now because this is going to be a really rustic looking makeup by the end of it, especially with the fake blood. So then keeping with the same black face paint, I'm just going to colour the inside of the teeth area. Okie dokie, so we can go back to the mouth area later, but for now I'm going to work on the eye area. So I'm going to take the same black watercolour from before and I'm going to paint my eyelids and underneath my eyes. Make sure to follow this lovely new angry shape with the brow that we've created. Okay, so then it's just a case of getting the brush extra wet and manipulating this black colour until it fades out. So once I've done that, I'm going to let them dry and blend them out a little bit more afterwards, but for now I'm going to take my trusty black hairspray and I'm going to spackle on some colour to make everything look really dirty and decayed. So the method behind this is to take the hairspray, hold it at an arm's distance, hold the nozzle down halfway and just spackle the colour in a halo shape over the face. I'm also going to go around the head as well. Make sure that when you do this, obviously you breathe in first before you spray. You don't want to be inhaling hairspray. And make sure to do this in a well-ventilated area. I myself am going to go outside to do this. So I'm going to go do that and we'll go from there. So there we are, nice and rustic. So then I'm just going to take the black face paint again and I'm just going to colour down about halfway between the last strip, downwards, and then colour back. I'm also going to colour in my neck as well, just to make the middle part of the face look like it's a lot smaller than the top half. Then on to another super fun part, and that is the fake blood. So for this, I'm going to be using Fleet Street's fake blood in dark. I'm going to apply that with quite a large fluffy brush directly around my mouth. So it doesn't have to be in any particular pattern as long as it's between each of the individual teeth. Okie dokie, and I almost forgot it wouldn't be complete without our candle. Yeah, it's So silly. This is just a candle that I made on Photoshop and printed it out and then spray mounted it onto some cardboard and cut it out. Candle. So I'm just going to apply some spirit gum just to the little plinth that I've made there, stick that down, and we'll see what it looks like. Candle. What? Okie dokie, so then all that's left for me to do is to pop in some contact lenses and we'll see what everything looks like. And there we go. That's my look. Officially complete. So I finished off the look by popping in 2 black and white sclera contact lenses just to really make the eyes pop. Ew. And I also painted the rest of my neck and chest in the same black face paint from before. And yeah, one angry cupcake. So that's my makeup tutorial, fluffies. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did like it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye fluffies!